I want to tell you who's very upset. No, not them two. They're getting along great. Tex and Waylon have become like the best of friends. But it's Santoro, my friend. Santoro is the one who finds himself kind of left out. Now, don't forget, if you don't know the bloodline, Santoro is the son of Tex. But for some reason, Waylon's come up, and those two have become best friends. And that reminds me of a personal story I'm going to share with you. That, guys, in case you're wondering who's banging along the fences, it's these guys. I'm trying to make a video. And today's video is not about a bunch... Oh, my gosh. What are you guys doing? Sweetie, I'm working on... There ain't no way people can focus on my video with all that riffraff going on back over there. I'm gonna tell you right now that Indy is living her best life. She loves hanging out with them donkeys. Oh boy, we got some guys here. I'll tell my story as soon as I get back. I'll finish my story up in a couple of minutes. Good morning, folks. Lester here. Today is my Monday. It is September the 11th. And we are remembering those who we lost on 9/11/2001. All of those brave heroes, along with all of those innocent folks who lost their lives in those towers, the Pentagon, on them airplanes. You already know. A lot of people who survived that day, who lost a son, a daughter, a friend, mom or dad. What I have behind me here are all of the rentals we had to fill up our pond. I'm going to turn my camera around and talk a little bit about these things. Tell you why I'm making this video, which is going to be kind of funny. And then tell you what our plans for the future are. So thank y'all for joining me. Stick around for a little bit. It's always funner and gooder. So yesterday we had Uriel come by. We paid he and his uncle to come by and help us roll up hoses. Uriel was on the tractor bringing all the pumps up from the river. Trixie, I'm watching, please. This is very nerve-wracking. That is a very heavy pump, and I'm so blessed to have... Trixie, I'm trying to work here. I'm so blessed to have a heavy-duty tractor and a tractor operator with nerves of steel, because that's something that I would not want to do. And Uriel's like, yeah, that's not a problem. That's not a problem. So today is Sunday, which is his off day. And he comes to help me out, which is awesome. And I'm very blessed to have him. All right, here we go with the big hydraulic pump. So in case you guys don't understand why we have two pumps, it took the hydraulic pump to be able to pump the water so far. It's 70 foot from where Theo is all the way down to the water. And then from that 70 foot, it took this pump to get that water up that first hill. And then this hydraulic pump pushed the water up an additional 30 feet to where we had the second pump, which was a very high pressure pump, which made us able to go all the way up and over the hill. So it takes two pumps to do this job. You might ask yourself, what in the world are we doing? Well, what we're doing is using the Ranger to pull up that 200-pound, my friends, 200-pound pump head out of the water up to the first level where we can go ahead and hook onto it with the forks of the tractor and bring it up on a pallet. So that is the pump head along with all the hydraulic line that we needed. Oh Lord, it's heavy, friends. It is very heavy. I hope that that pallet holds up. I'm making this video for a couple of reasons. It's kind of funny. Number one, just to let you guys know what's going on along the here at Longhorn Lester's. But number two, so that I can have this for reference for next year if we ever need to do the same thing again. And so let's hope that we don't. This was very, very expensive. We don't want to do this again, but if we have to, I want to show you what we actually had. It's neat to see it all here together. So we had a hydraulic pump. This hydraulic pump uses all of these hydraulic hoses and this big pump head that goes down into the water. We needed 70 foot of hose to get down to the water, my friends. That's how long it was of a drop from where we could park this trailer safely and get down to the water. The hydraulic pump is very different than the high pressure pump. It required the hydraulic pump to suck up or pump in water from that far away. The hydraulic pump pushed water up and over our first little ridge to where we had our second pump, which was a high pressure pump. Now the high pressure pump has a different function than a hydraulic pump. This here has so much PSI that it was able to take 300 foot of hose and push it up and over the hill here there behind us. At that point, we have our little Survivor spring that we dug ourselves, or we trenched, that runs downhill into our pond. This here is what we use to pump 1.8 million gallons out of the river and into our pond to fill it. And this is the, we'll just say the finished product. This is the finished product of what that pump was able to do for us. And so we're very blessed. So Alex is going to hook on to the smaller pump with his truck, and then they'll use this lot larger truck to take all the hoses, the pump head, and then they'll also hook on to the high pressure pump, which is a whole lot heavier. All right, so we use the forklift on the tractor to load the heavy things. You can see the amount of weight that it puts on that smaller 1500, how it just drags down. Funny story about this over here. This is exactly what our RV did to our truck, the farm truck at I'm a Survivor. We had to get the bigger truck to be able to pull the RV around. But a 1500 is great. We love the I'm a Survivor farm truck. But I'll tell you what, we had so many times we were pulling trailers. Even our stock trailer, when we had our cows, do the exact same thing. It would kind of make it a weird pull. And that's that. Friends, let's hope that we don't have to do that ever again. But hey, we do have a beautiful pond out of the deal. We have one hillside that is slowly turning back green from all of our irrigation. And we're blessed. I'll just say that we're blessed. Did y'all think I was gonna forget my story? I have a story to tell you. Y'all ride with me and we'll go back to where the bulls are hanging out and I can tell my story. so in my story, we're going to reference Tex as my dad. So Tex was my dad. Santoro, of course, would be me. And then Waylon would be my brother-in-law, Rob. That is Sister Tina's husband. And so if you guys don't know Sister Tina and Rob, well, just get ready, because Tina's going to start a channel. I know. I've been trying to talk to her for a very long time about that. And Tina's going to start a channel. And I'm so excited for her. Anyway, let's get to my story. So my dad had just retired from teaching. And anyone who's retired knows that there's kind of a shock in the fact that you're very used to a routine. You're also used to, you know, socializing with friends. And whenever you retire, all of a sudden your life can become very stale. You have no longer, well, you lose a lot of your friendships. You do. People that you thought would be friends kind of sometimes will fade away. And so my dad found himself at a really weird time of his life, retired from teaching, no longer driving a school bus, and he was pretty much just kind of sitting at home wondering what to do. Well, enter my brother-in-law, Rob. Dun, dun, dun. Tina and Rob had met up, and Rob worked the night shift. So he would work all night. He'd be getting off work around 7 in the morning, around the same time my dad was waking up. And so Rob would sometimes get home, see Dad on the porch, and walk over, and Dad and Rob would have coffee together. You see how I'm strategizing by putting my video like this here, right? So Dad and Rob would they were chumming up, y'all. My dad was chumming up with my brother-in-law, Rob. And I felt like, well, I would be leaving to go to work, and I'd pass by Mom and Dad's house and see Dad and Rob having coffee together. And I'm going to tell y'all, there was some jealousy in me. There was some jealousy in me. And so that was the funny story that I wanted to tell you all about. It was nothing major. There was no, nothing. I mean, come on, y'all. I guess if you're a son-in-law who's just coming into the family the same way Waylon is, you hope that you have a good relationship with your father-in-law, right? And so that's what my dad was doing. Him and Rob had kind of like buddied up and sitting there, they're waving by to me as I go to work, and I'm thinking, that's my daddy. That's my dad. I don't want to have coffee with my dad. But no, it was Dad and Rob sitting there. That was the funny story. No, but getting back to what I was saying, and guys, I'm so sorry about this. That's Tina and Rob are starting a channel, and you're going to be able to meet and talk to Tina and Rob. Tina's hilarious. Rob is just a really good guy. Rob has been a great dad. And so many amazing things about Tina and Rob that you'll learn. But no, that was sort of an intro to Tina and Rob, which is really about my dad and Rob, unless there's jealousy. If Rob sees this, Rob, I have no hard feelings. I am glad that my dad accepted you into the family, and you've become like a brother to me.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.